All these classes are defined inside like std except header file and mainly derived from std scope resolution operator and exception class, and which act as the base class for inbuilt exception. So the below image also showing their hierarchy of the exception. So you can see here, this is the hierarchy of the exception, and the exception bedcast, or here the routine error, logic error here. If you are talking about the logic error, so you can see here invalid argument, document error, length error, out of range, runtime error, range error, overflow error, underflow error, then bad function call or bad cast or bad alloc. So these are the some hierarchy of the exceptions we will see in detail here. These exceptions are thrown by C++ library components, so we should know how to handle them. And the what function method is present in every standard exceptions to provide information about the exception itself. For example, here dot add function method throws an out of range exception when the element with given index does not exist. So hash include bit std e++ dot h using namespace std and int main. Then here you can see like the vector int b, and the value here 1 2 3. It means they are giving three elements. Try accessing out of bound elements like b dot at 10, catch out of range e, c out catch e dot what function, close the catch function, return 0. After that, close the main function. Then whenever we will run the program, then we will get the output here, vector underscore like m underscore range check, and which is 10 less than equal to this size function, and which is 3. It's giving the range, and also it's defined the with the help of value of 10. And void
Recording in
if x
progress.
is the less thrown negative value exception x, then else C out value is x and L for the new line as close and another function close. Then come to the main function, this means int main function, start curly braces, int number, array, they are giving three elements like 10, comma, minus 5, comma, 20. These are the three elements of number array. For if n colon numbers, then try check value n and catch negative value exception address e to see out exception caught e dot what function and value equal to e dot get value function. Get value function we have used in our side, this side. Then and L for the new line, close the catch function, close the end function, return, and finally close the main function. Whenever we will print this program, then it will get the value like value is 10, exception caught negative value error occurred equal to minus 5 and value is 20. So these are the description about overall three elements. Now here we will move on to the catching exception. So as already told, the catch block is used to catch the exceptions thrown in the try block. Means it's working with the try block. So the catch block takes one argument which should be of same type as the exception. So catch exception type E. This is the syntax. Now here E is the name given to the exception and statements inside the catch block will be executed if the exception of exception type is thrown in try block. Then catch catching multiple exception. So catching multiple exception here, like there can be multiple catch blocks associated with single try block to handle multiple types of exceptions. So here try block start, code of try block, close try block, then catch block start, catch block type 1 E executed when exception is of type 1. Catch type 2 E executed when exception is of type 2. Catch dot dot, it means we have used the multiple catches here, catch function here, and executed when no matching catch is found. Then close the catch. Now in the above code, the last statement catch dot 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 creates a catch all blocks, which is executed when none of the above catch statements are matched. For example, here hash include bits oblique std c++.h using namespace std. Int main function start here, then code that might throw an exception, try, int choice, see out, enter one, for invalid argument,
रिंग रही गाड़ी।
second for out of
बच गया तेरे
range,
को आधा घंटा।
C in choice,
पता नहीं।
then start the
ऊपर
if
चले जा।
equal to 1,
का
then throw invalid argument or invalid argument as a string. Else, if choice equal to 2, then throw out of range, then out of range. Again, this is the else if. Now again here else, throw unknown error. Close the else part, close the function part here. Then executed when exception is of type invalid argument. This is the statement command comment. Sorry, this is the comment line. Now here the statement like catch invalid argument e, see out got exception e dot what function and l for new line. Again you can see in comment executed when exception is of type out of range, then catch output out of range e, then see out caught exception e dot what function and l. Executed when no matching catch is found, then catch again you can see three dot, then caught see out caught an unknown exception and l for new line, close catch return 0 or close main function. After that, whenever we will run this program, then we will get the output here. First time we will run this program, then we will get the output like enter 1 for invalid argument, 2 for out of range. Then give the output here 2. So it is show the message like caught exception out of range. Again, we will run this program. Then same statement here enter for 1 for invalid argument, 2 for out of range, then pass here 1. So caught exception invalid argument. Again we will run this program, then enter 1 for invalid argument, 2 for out of range. So we have given here the range like 10. Caught an error, caught an unknown exception. It means they have set here two range, 1 or 2, one for invalid, second for out of range. Whenever we will give the any number above the 2 or any number like 0, so it will give here the message simply caught an unknown exception. Now here catch by value or reference. So just like function argument, the catch block can catch exception either by value or by reference. Both of the method have their own advantage. Catch by value, catching exception by value creates a new copy of thrown object in the catch block. And generally, the exception objects are not very large, so there is not much overhead of creating copies. See in the example, hash include bits oblique std c++.h namespace std int main function start and try start and throw runtime error and pass the message like this is runtime exception. Try close, then you can see in comment and start the catch block. So catching by value. So catch block and here is the runtime error E and see out caught E dot what function. Return close the catch function return 0 and close the main function. Whenever we will run the program, then it will give the output like caught. This is runtime exception. Caught, it's used from this side,
को
and after that it will use
टिपन
this statement here.
हाँ खा लिया तेरे
Catch by reference.
यार खाना का खाना लिया है तो कुछ हाँ
Then here you can see
खाई थी
catch by reference method just pass the reference to the exception. Throw instead of creating a copy. Although it reduces the copy overhead. So it is not the primary
अम्मी देव
advantage of this method. So the main advantages of this method is in catching polymorphic exception types. Example here,
you know अच्छा you know you know akan kurkur खाओ इन खाओ मम खाओ क्या मैं लियो यन बैठो यन हाँ धोया है यो हाथ में खा लगे
so here example you can see like hash include bits std c++
ला
dot h using namespace std int main and try. We will start from the try block. Throw runtime error and pass the message here. This is runtime exception. Another catch block exception
मामा चाचा
address of e.
कहाँ चाचा
Then see out caught e dot what function.
इधर
Close the catch function and return zero or close the main function. Whenever we will run the program, then we will get the output here like caught is used from here and with the help of address of e. So it's produced the output also there. This is runtime exception. So here in the above example, we were able to catch the runtime exception using the reference to exception class. This is very useful in handling exceptions derived from other exceptions, like in the standard exception hierarchy. So handle here another topic like the handle uncaught exceptions. Here, if the exception is not caught by any of the catch block, in case catch all is not present, then by default the exception handling subsystems avoid the execution of the program. But this behavior can be changed by creating a custom terminate handler and setting it as default using set terminate function. Exception propagation. Exception propagation tells us how the exception travels of the current block is immediately terminated. And all the resources allocated are immediately deallocated and exception dynamic resource allocated using new. Now here, this is the example. You can see here, I'm leaving this and move on to the
जाओ जाके
our
उठा लियो वे रखे हैं।
like here
ले आओ उठा लो मुंह खवाओगे उठा लियो ले आओ अच्छा ले आओ
this block you can see here like as the matching catch block is found with integer exception. So the code inside the block is executed as exception code is printed, and then the execution of the code
मैं दो
after
आया
the catch block is continued as after catch is printed. So now here you can see like start program here. First we start from the try block and here use like if x less than equal to 1 less than 0 throw x, move on to the here like the execution transfer to the check block. Then you can see check block, see out, give the statement whenever you will pass there, and e also exception pass and l for new line. After that here nested catch block. So in C++ try catch block are can be defined inside another try or catch block. Example here, this is the like syntax try code throw e2, try code throw e1, and catch e type e1 handling exception and catch
अरे बैठन दो
e type
दवा
e2
हुआ है
handling exception. So this is the syntax here. Now here throwing an exception. So throwing an exception in C++ involves catching an exception with an try block and instead of dealing with it locally, throwing it again to be caught by an outer catch block. Similarly, here the exception specification, and here is the like why do we need exception handling? It's and we have already
Recording in progress.
so thank you very much to all of you. And also I will share the all notes in your LMS that you can find from there. Thank you very much, all of you.